Like we really was like connoisseurs of anything that had anything to do with hip hop. Found the little pirated Chicago radio stations and the college radio stations that would play the songs and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? We was really trying to do it. And around that time, you know, I want to say 86, 85, 85, 86 is when my grandma decided to move to California. So we was going to separate, me and my dude who was really like into it. You know what I'm saying? And I met a lot of guys of like minds through that guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my lifelong friends are, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, him and his brother and things of that nature were all because of the pursuit of trying to find everything that was on a hip hop level. I'm saying this long ass answer to say, yeah, art came first.
But it was inextricably tied.
With all of that stuff, yeah.
100%.
And I took I was trying to lead all that to say I took my turn. I tried my hand at DJing, couldn't scratch as well. I was a cool blender, couldn't scratch. Pop locking, I was good. Breakdancing, I was all right. I got to the windmills, but around that same time, I started to grow tall. I'm 6'5" now, but around that time, I was killing my back. My lower back was hurting. I got it. I was like, man, I can't maintain this. I don't know how these dudes be doing that stuff.
That's a tough occupation.
Yeah, so I kept the game to the top game instead of the groundwork, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like beatboxing and stuff like that, I wasn't that cool. But I noticed that I was able to write poems and I think that came from actually making pictures in my head or constructing compositions of a painting I might want to do. So I found that I was able to quickly paraphrase and throw out metaphors and puns like fast, just talking.
Language and lines.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay, let me try. And I started writing little poems here and there. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Just got to go through one more long story.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. Amongst that, finding that I could write these little things, two friends of mine were attracted to the rapping aspect of hip hop. Preferably freestyling. None of this was defined like it is now, right? But they used to sit up under our building. Everybody clapped their hands and this and the third when they was after sipping a few beers and getting buzzed off some weed or whatever. They clap their hands and this and they freestyle, but it was like joke rap. I'm gonna talk about your shirt. Look at your, like your shoes or whatever. Look at your head or that kind of thing. And it was a girl that I liked named Tasha, and she and her sister were down there listening to them. I come downstairs because they were right above my window. I heard them happening, so I come downstairs to see what was up. Middle of the summer, walk under the viaduct that connects our building, and they down there doing that. And I'm like, damn, this is dope. Blah, blah, blah. But then I don't know how. Somehow I put myself in a line of fire, and I became the target. So these two dudes just start going in on me in front of a girl who I was initially scared to talk to, but I loved her. Scared to talk to this girl.
Always.
Embarrassed the shit out of me in front of her and her sister. They laughing at me. Everybody in the crowd, was probably about 8, 9 people out there laughing. Ah! Hurt. I was hurt.
Man.
Laughed out of the circle. I went back upstairs mad as hell. I took a sheet of notebook paper and commenced to just trying to write the craziest things that rapped and rhymed and spewed out my feelings on both pages, on both sides. And I memorized that shit for like a week. And I was like, if I ever get in that situation again, I'm gonna kill these dudes. And I got in that situation again. I heard them downstairs one night. I was like, I'm going to murder some things. Let me go.
All right.
Went downstairs. Almost the same people were there. Almost. But Tasha and her sister were there.
The main two.
I was like, So they doing their little thing. I was like, hey, let me try. Shut up, man. We talked about your ass a week ago. I was like, let me try. Clap your hands. Everything I wrote was directed at those two dudes. So I had it memorized and I was just spitting it out. Rah! And every other line it was, oh. Instantly, that was the addiction. And that's what kept me trying to do what I do to this day. It's crazy. So that's what my little short
man, I love it. How the spite led to the fight,
Yeah, for sure.
But you took it with positivity.
I didn't know it was positivity at that time. I wanted to fight. I was like, I can't stand you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
but
like
I thank them
battling
to
it.
this day. I still know those guys, so it's cool.
That's cool that they gave you that drive, and I love that the whole concept of the New York City dudes like, no, we're not going to take it to the streets. We're going to take it to the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
And Chicago took it to language and elevated. I'm a little younger than you guys, so I was kind of just watching in like the mid to late 80s as Chicago really started to pop off. Graffiti started raging across the trains. I started seeing trains tagged, marked, rolling through Michigan between Detroit and Chicago because I was
The
right in
freights
the
was
middle.
going on. Yeah, at that time. Yeah, for sure.
And that's when hip hop hit my life for the first time. But it was like, I got exposed more to like NWA and like early gangster rap, and I loved the flow, but like I couldn't identify with the message. That wasn't my roots. I didn't have those experiences to connect with. And it wasn't until a little later that I connected to the more positive stuff. And that's really was a defining moment, was realizing, oh, like all these genres of music, they're all the same. They're just an opportunity for people to express what they're feeling and share their fight with the world.